What's up, guys? How you doing this weekend?
Yo, Strizer, doing good, man. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. All right, so we have Endy with us as well as Elpis. They're going to be our two commentators for Mega Man 2 today. I'll let you guys kind of say a little piece about yourself if you like, and we can watch for the start time.
All right. I was just not ready for being live here, but yes, I guess we're live. So I am Endy. I'm the current world record holder for Mega Man 2. I haven't played it since we had a tournament of it, basically. A tournament which Elpis won, so you can introduce yourself, Elpis.
Yeah, I'm Elpis. I'm the second place on the leaderboard for Mega Man 2. As Andy already said, I won him in the Mega Man 2 Gameboy tournament. And we had so much fun, but after that, like, we kind of got stuck in other video games, I guess. So this is a nice refresher course to remind ourselves of this wonderful game.
Yeah. Neither you or me participate in this race, and I don't think any one of us have played this game since the tournament. There was a lot of activity in this game when we had that tournament. I think there were like, I don't know, 15-20 people active or something like that, something crazy. But people haven't been playing it that much since. I guess most people burned out on it, so it's really nice to see it make a comeback now for RGR.
Yeah, I couldn't, like, I love this game. Like, this was my very first Mega Man game that I owned myself, and I love this. But, like, after the tournament, I played this game so much, I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, that can happen in any game, really. Okay, so what racers do we have here? We have KLM, we have Victras, we have Bill and May, we have Tired Monkey, we have
BBLBLP or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, have you been keeping track on the racers and anything during this past weeks? I've been watching Victras and mostly Victras actually, because he has been streaming on times where I've been able to watch. But I see that Victras has a 1949 and the KLM has a 1948.
Yeah, those are very close together. I just read that Tired Monkey got a 37-second PB, so he's like 20:37 now. That was his PB or something, I think.
Yeah, 20:46, I think his split says. Well, so that's good. I mean, getting 19 times, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, this can be a really close race, and also 20:46. I don't know where the other guys are time-wise, but the good thing about RGR races is that anyone can join, no matter the PB time. And another good thing in this game is that there's a lot of things that can happen. So even if you have a PB that's faster, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win anyway.
You mean there are a lot of things that can go horribly wrong?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, well, maybe not that many things compared to some other games, but there are some major parts where shit can hit the fan here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what strats runners will go for. Like, how many people will call on Rush Marine, how many people will do the Quint quick kill, things like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of small things, and especially the boss fights are, well, the stages too, of course, but there's a lot of, there can be a big time difference in the boss fights depending on what strats you go for. So
yeah.
And also the Metal Man stage. I mean, you start off with Metal Man stage.
Oh.
And, I guess you remember the Metal Man stage grind.
I remember the trauma. Oh my god, Metal Man stage. So many resets. So much suffering.
There's a lot of suffering in that for sure. I mean, well, you can play it somewhat safe, but
nah,
it's really never safe. Even if you play it safe, I mean, if you get a bad mode pattern, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the strat diversions and see how much how much people have learned from the actual. I mean, there was so many new strats found in this game during the tournament. Doing everything. Unfortunately, we didn't put up a tutorial, which is sad. We should have done that at some point.
We should still do that, actually, just so people who can learn this game in the future don't have to struggle with all the old strats.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not that the old tutorial is bad. I mean, it's a really good tutorial for just learning the game. But we found quite a few nice things.
Yeah, and you optimize some of the boss battles so well that those need their own little clips. Like we don't need to make a whole new video. I think like you said, that like we don't need a whole new video, just an addendum, like just a little extra video that explains the new stuff and the optimized boss threads, and maybe the P-Robot skip and stuff like that that isn't in the original tutorial.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess hopefully we can get to that at some point.
Yeah, I'll start working on a list.
Yeah, it should be good. It shouldn't take that long either. Just need to freshen up on the game a bit. All right, let's see here. We have 5 racers, but we only have 4 people on the restream. Is that correct? We have Monkey, we have Billy, Victras, and Kill, and we don't have BBL in the actual restream, right?
Okay.
Okay, it will be swapped in as needed. Okay. All right. Well, we will keep you updated if he does something amazing that you can't see, I guess. Because I can see him at least in my restream. Okay, I guess they are getting ready here. Both Bill May and Monkey are on the title screen now. I guess the time is past 8. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, I guess. 8 p.m. where I am. You are too, I guess.
Yeah, us filthy Europeans. Okay.
All right. Seems like. Is there anything else we can prepare the audience for before the actual?
Like maybe reps? Maybe talk a bit about reps?
Yeah, I guess. I guess they will notice at some point, but sure. I mean, they're like 15 minutes into the run on this. Oh, well, it's more like 12 minutes. You obtain or 13, whatever. You obtain the hard man weapon, the hard knuckle, and it's kind of at that point where the run gets really interesting because you can start to perform wrap glitches. Basically, if you in a screen transition shoot a frame perfect hard knuckle, the game freaks out and basically puts you. I mean, when the screen changes, it puts you on the. Okay. Can you explain this, Elpis?
Yeah, it puts you on the screen up below, but you still see the tiles of the previous room, so it looks kind of messed up. And in some cases, you can even clip through a platform and go, or clip through the floor and go down another screen. But we'll hope that one of the players goes for one of those zips, and then we'll explain. Then you can see it, so it's even more easy to. And all the players are go.
Yeah, it seems like that. And it's also, I'm having a bit of delay on Billy May, or either that or he missed the start. The other guys are away. We can see instantly here in the Middleman stage that they're opting to try to not take damage from the crushers. Victras is taking some unfortunate extra hits there, and this is going to be tough for him, I think.
I think there's going to be a death on Victras if he doesn't play really safe.
It would probably be faster to take a death even just try it again. Meanwhile, Tired Monkey is actually having...
nice drop.
Let's see here.
Yeah, like I think the runners are kind of syncing up on my screen now. I think BB is a little bit ahead in time, but...
Oh yeah, I can see on his timer that there's a big delay there.
Yeah, Tired Monkey has amazing health. Like, he can just damage boost through those P-Robots. He doesn't care.
Yeah, health management is the super important part about this stage overall. There's so much going on, so many enemies to boost through and kill. So you kind of want to have at least 5 health going into the Middleman fight. There is a possible way you can see it on Tired Monkey here. He's setting up a glitch, which makes Middleman get stuck in the left corner. But to be able to set up that glitch, you need to take a damage boost on him. There's a way to do that, only taking 1 damage by taking a hit from a metal blade instead of Middleman's body, but it's kind of tricky. So
Yeah, it is doable consistently, but it's dangerous. Like there's always this element of danger when you have that low HP, because if you take a body hit, that's 4 damage and you're dead.
Yeah. Victras unfortunately failed the medal glitch, and Bill May took a death. So I think and now also Victras died on the boss. So
yeah, but Billy Mays took an intentional death at the long metal room because he was so low HP. So I heard the players talk about that. Like, if I don't have enough energy, I'm just gonna take a death on the first few robots to make sure I make it through. And for Billy Mays, that seemed to have worked out for him.
Yeah. Monkey did a pretty nice first room. Ideally, you don't want to take damage in the first room of the Woodman, because you need all the health you can get if you're gonna take the upper part here. Let's see if he makes the call. We have 1-800 Armorine.
Oh yes, the Rush Marine. And yes. I see that Victras has given up.
Okay. Yeah, he had some emulation problems, it seems.
Oh.
Okay, KLM is actually taking the upper path here. So even if you... That's really nice. Taking some damage, but he had some lucky with some pixel health there. Okay. So, the thing with this game is that... that's complicated to explain. Never mind. Let's just say that sometimes enemies do more damage than they seem. I mean, sometimes it looks like you have more health than you actually do, and vice versa. So sometimes you can take 3 damage and sometimes 4.
Yeah, the damage stack's really weird. The calculations behind them aren't fully rounded, so sometimes you'll have sometimes an enemy will do 3 damage, but will actually do 2.5. So you can actually take a hit and remain with a half a HP. But the life bar will only display 1 bar, so it's really hard to gauge what does.
I guess the numbers add up correctly, but they just don't have a visual representation for it correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have both Monkey and KLM through one stage now, and going into air.
Monkey in the lead, if I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, nice.
I'm reading this correctly as well. So in Airman stage, here you haven't seen it yet, but we can tell you that all these runners are playing on the European version of the Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. And in the European version, you get a slightly more favorable pattern for those spikes sticking up of the Airman heads, so they can get through that section fairly fast. So now let's see what strat time Monkey goes for here. Oh wow, that was a corner. Ooh, scary. Okay. So he's using Buster to kill the
even though you got the drop.
So there's a faster strat here. Let's see if KLM goes. No? Okay, KLM is also going Buster. The most optimal strat in this scenario is to switch early to Wind Shield, or Leaf Shield it's called. And you can basically kill those fan guys in 1 hit. The bad part is that you need a drop from it. To be able to do the quick kill on the boss that's coming up here, you need to have at least 1 drop, weapon drop. So I guess it's safer in one way to kill something with Buster to negate that RNG, but at the same time I think you can do quite fast backup strats even if you only have one.
I think you really had a really nice backup strat, like the 1 leaf shield you could still kill him.
Yeah, I mean it's slower than the optimal way, but it's still fast. So.
It's still faster than switching to Buster and
yeah, definitely. Okay, so they both quick killed the Airman. KLM had a fight. So I think he gained a little time on that stage overall. I'm not sure. They had a pretty equal stage.
Yeah. So far, Tired Monkey and KLM are going really toe to toe.
Yeah. Billy May and let's see here. BBL is not on stream. Yeah, well, I guess they could switch BBL in now that Victras has stopped playing.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea because Victras is continually experiencing emulation problem. But yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, we'll see if Tech handles that. Now the Clash, man. What the dangerous part about Clash is actually your health management, I would say, because the boss fight is scary. It's probably the hardest boss fight in the game.
People
are fast. So there's some optional E-tanks they can pick up here, and you can see Tired Monkey is going for the first E-tank. It's one of the faster E-tanks in the game to pick up. This is one of the few games where there's actually E-tanks routed basically in the main routes. It's not that common to have that, but the E-tanks are kind of in the way, so you can pick them up without spending too much extra time, basically.
Yeah, it's not like in Mega Man 2 on the NES where you have to walk around the whole part to actually get them.
Exactly. Right, so... Okay, Monkey having some trouble with Rush being a bad dog there, I guess?
Rush is very commonly a bad dog.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about that, but in this game, you have to make sure, whenever you summon Rush yet, you have to make sure that he fully comes onto the screen before you land on him, because otherwise he will just slide off, basically. It's really hard, weird to explain.
Yeah, you just slide off. You don't even walk off. Mega Man just gets stuck in the standing still animation and just slides off straight into the pit of death.
Yeah.
Quite often there.
That's a common scenario, yes. Okay, nice Clashman fight from Monkey and KLM as well. Nice. Wow. And there's a 100 ways to the Clashman fight.
Yeah, it's so intense.
Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Meanwhile, okay, so they are on to the next stage now. So, let's see here. Meanwhile, wow, it's a very nice sync between Billy May and BLBL. They're on the same screen, actually, at least in my... Oh, no, yeah. Wait. Oh, BL is... Oh, wait, I have a huge delay on the Billy May. Okay, never mind. It's gonna be hard to say anything about that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, on my screen, Billy Mays fighting Clashman while baby BB just jumped into a pit.
Okay.
Hope he doesn't game over. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, BB.
Alright, so Monkey is going into the wily stage. Well, I guess the second set of Robot Masters now. There's no wily stages in this game, I guess. Technically. It's just more Robot Masters. It's kind of like wily stages though, because your ammo, from here on out, you don't get any ammo refills in the stages. So he's opting to pick up yet another E-tank here, which is interesting.
Just that insurance, I think he really wants insurance. Maybe for this very stage.
And KLM is skipping that E-tank, so he gained quite a bit of time there. Also has some nice strats there. Let's see here. So, as you can see, the monsters, the Robot Masters they're gonna face now are actually Robot Masters from Mega Man 3 for NES. It's kind of a common theme in the Mega Man Gameboy games that they have they have a few Robot Masters from the actual same, the same number as. Yeah, wow. They have a real thing going on here now.
And they're jumping on Rush here to conserve ammunition for Rush, because it's very important, like you said, like they don't refill, and you're gonna need some Rush, especially in the final stage.
Yeah, it's in the final stage and also in the middle stage, you kind of need all the Rush you can get to do an optimal wily fight. I guess it's all for the wily fight really. That makes it much easier. Alright, so then we have a real sync going into Magnet Man. Let's see if
they go for the Magnet quick kill.
Well, they don't. No one really did the strat required, but...
That's still not a bad kill.
No, not a bad kill. Not a bad kill. And KLM had a really nice kill. You can see how much time he saved there. We talked a bit about boss fights earlier. He kind of gained almost 4 or 5 seconds there.
Yeah, he overtook Tired Monkey.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He did. So boss fights are really important in this game. And the Magnet fight is one of the most... Yeah, I guess it's one of the harder quick kills, I guess.
Yeah. It's like... you can always do it, because it's always the exact same pattern, but doing it is another thing.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's see here. KLM is skipping the first E-tank. Okay. And Monkey's not going for it either. You have the option to take a quick E-tank there.
And Monkey is going for your famous magnets only. That's
oh wow, this is interesting indeed. KLM is going the traditional rush coil route. I found that it's faster to switch to magnets early on and kill some extra enemies. Let's see if you do that, because that makes it really scary. Because
oh, he is going for it.
He is going for it, but I think...
Wasn't very optimized, but...
No, I mean, in theory, the thing is, with this strat is that for it to be faster, you really need to execute it really well non-stop. So I think he's losing time on it here, but I give him credit for going for it.
Yeah, definitely. It's time safe. I think you measured it and at 0.7 seconds. So if you pull it off perfectly, but then there's also the added risk of thinking a shot against Hardman. So we'll see
exactly
how tired Monkey does.
Because in this strat that he doesn't have any extra ammo now, so he can't think a shot. If he thinks, he needs to switch, have an additional menu.
Hard,
okay.
But, he's playing it safe, but
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. Still.
He's only a little behind. I think he made up a little time.
Yeah, I think he did too. Maybe a second or so.
Yeah.
So this is wow. This race. This is a tight race.
Yeah, and Billy Mays still doing really good as well. Like he's one stage behind, and Devi is like he's still on Airman. So I'm not sure what went wrong. I was so focused on the other two that I kind of missed it.
Yeah, they are so close to the other two. So we apologize for not keeping track of the others, but. Yeah, let's see. Oh wow, okay, they both kill
that guy.
They both kill that guy. Why?
Why?
I guess they're conserving health, but if they take too much damage, I think it would be faster to pick up a refill.
Yeah, but where would you take?
Okay, I don't know. But okay, let's see here if they get the sip. Oh, sorry. Okay, both went for the sip, but no one got it.
Sad day.
KLM was late and Monkey was early with the shot. So, oh wow.
Okay, that's why.
I don't know. He's really scared to. They are conserving a lot of health here, and neither
they are getting it now.
Yeah, nice. Okay. As you can see, they basically wrapped through the screen. Basically, the sips are mostly used on the vertical screens where you just can fall down basically from the screens. Okay, so overall, KLM has execution through the stage. They both missed the sips, the same sips, and they both got the same sips. So I think it's kind of evil. I'm surprised though, because Monkey did waste, in my opinion, a couple of extra hard knuckles. So I mean, he has enough to kill Topman here, but he doesn't have any extra now. So KLM is. I think KLM has an advantage here. I'm not sure why he shot those extra. Look at his health. I mean, he has a lot of health. He almost had a full bar, so I'm not sure why he took the extra mile to kill those enemies. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna complain. Maybe we can ask him later if we have the chance. Anyway. So, KLM killing the porcupines. This Needleman stage is one of the scariest ones, I guess. Because, at least the boss fight is super, super scary. So you kind of want as much health as possible going in there. And at the end of the stage, there's those needle spikes going from the ceiling that does a ton of damage. So.
Yeah, let's see if one of the players goes for my Elpis sip. I really hope they do, because it's really cool.
I think KLM can do it. He should, because he has enough hard knuckle, I think. Because he missed his first hard knuckle, so he should have one extra. Let's see here. Yeah, he do. Plus you get the refill.
Okay, don't do the first ladder zip, please.
No, I know. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, he's going down far. Okay, nice. He got it. So what the Elpis does, kind of skips both. Well, it despawns two of the spikes first of all, and it also makes your screen transition faster if the screen is climbing now with the refill. You get a free refill out of it basically, so there's no reason not to go for the Elpis.
I'm so happy that I was at least able to contribute one thing to my favorite and first Mega Man game.
Let's see the needle fight now.
I'm happy though that they didn't flip through the floor, because that's also a risk with the terrain zipping. Oh, nice fight!
Yeah, you can actually make an Elpis zip and the main zip and clip through the floor basically, and restart at the beginning of the stage. But none of them. It didn't happen, so we'll probably not see that in this race.
No, unless maybe Billy Mays goes for it. But I don't know. I don't know where Billy Mays' skills are at this point.
I think he's doing pretty well now. I mean, he's playing the catch-up game because he had a rough start, but other than that... Oh, nice. Let's see here now. Sorry, but KLM did the...
one missed bomb on Quint. mess.
But he was quick to recover and press start out of it. So
Yeah.
let's see Monkey here. Okay, I think Monkey saved some time there.
Yep, definitely.
Behind. So this is not far from over. The entire wireless stage left.
Will they go for the zips? Will they get the zips? Ooh.
Yeah, I mean the zips can come down to everything here because I mean, how is the ammo situation? I'm not sure. I mean, KLM should have a lot of ammo because he picked up the refill at the end because he did the Elpis zip. I think that Monkey is low on ammo, but there's a refill you can pick up here. So, but he's gonna lose some time doing that, so it's gonna be interesting. Wireless stage also has the best music in the game, in my opinion. And the coolest background.
It's so hard for me to pick a favorite, but as a kid I always listened the most to Magnet Man's music. I love that one the most. But nowadays I also like Metal Man, Needleman, but the final stage music is very good. Like this game has an amazing soundtrack. Oh!
KLM got the final sip! Nice! So KLM, he both had the ammo, he didn't need to refill, and he got the final sip. You can see Monkey going around. No, but he did the backup, which is like 3 seconds slower or something. So
yeah, that was the one thing in your world record, and that was the one thing you didn't get, right? That was, that's a nasty death.
Yeah.
That was the only thing missing from perfection.
Yeah, kind of. I missed. Oh wow, you can see Rush being a bad dog there. Yeah, but yes, I did miss the very final sip in my league.
Yeah, but that was such like I remember being there and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like watching you run Mega Man 2 was definitely it was so mind blowing.
It was fun. One day the 17 will happen.
Oh my god, we can only dream.
Yeah. Until then, let's see how KLM handles the Wily fight. He had a really nice stage. He played a bit safe at the Crusher section. Monkey also had an unfortunate death. He basically spawned Rush Marine and when he spawned and fell through. That's a pretty common death there if you're...
Yeah,
it happened to me multiple times as well.
Same.
Meanwhile, KLM has one extra E-tank, so he's gonna be fine here.
Yeah.
The only dangerous thing here is kill Wily too far to the right of the screen. You can actually soft lock the game here, but that didn't happen. So
let's pray for no soft locks.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
So, and also Victra, Tire Monkey doesn't have Rush yet, I think, either, because he's doing a jumping Wilder fight, so here you can see the significance of having Rush yet.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to line up the shots. And meanwhile, KLM is finishing off the third form of Wily, which is super easy actually, and he's done.
Yeah. And GG to KLM.
And that's a gold split in Wily. I guess he doesn't get that final sip pretty often. That's a big time save. And also, I mean, yeah, that was a good Wily stage. So
yeah.
Let's see if... Oh, this is dangerous for Monkey. I hope it doesn't soft lock the game.
Oh, that's a soft lock.
I think it is.
Yep.
It's a soft lock. That was the commentator's curse, I guess, but... Yeah, as I said, you can't kill Wily to the right. I mean, that far to the right, because he kind of walks out of the screen to grab his next face, his next robot or whatever. And if you kill him too far to the right, he just leaves and never come back.
I think if Tired Monkey, like, he should reset and enter the password to still finish if he still wants to.
Yeah,
but I
think the last password in the game, this will put you back to Quint, I think.
Yeah, that's like a major time loss.
I had to do that when I ran this for ESA Marathon last year.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, no.
I had such a good run going, and then I did I soft locked it. I hard locked the game with a weird zip at the end.
Oh yeah, you zip down on the final ladder, which is something.
Yeah, it's possible. Needle, and you can skip a part of the screen transition in the upcoming screen, but I must have positioned myself wrong somewhere. Something weird happened, and the game froze. So still, okay, doesn't really matter. I guess we'll see how Billy May is doing now on the final stage.
Not sure what. Oh, he's refilling Rush Jet. Okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
So he's
BB,
doing the easy version of the hard knuckle slip.
BB is making his way to Mega Man. Still making great time for someone who I think hasn't practiced at all or hasn't played that much at all. I think his personal best might be 38 minutes, if I recall correctly from watching the Discord. So I think he's actually still on really good pace.
Yeah, 38 minutes. I mean, definitely has a chance of improving that here. He had a rough start, so. Let's see if Billy May can. How he handles the final part of the stage here. Health management. You can finish the Wily stage with very little health actually, but I mean the Wily fight as well, but
yeah, you
kind of want
don't
as much
actually
health as possible.
You don't actually need an energy tank if you do it perfectly, right? Or
no, if you
or you
do
need one.
but you would you actually don't need one. If you only take one hit from the crushers here, you can actually manage to. I mean, the optimal way is skipping all the. I mean, hypothetically, the fastest route should be to skip all the E-tanks and then do. But you can't unless you get a big health drop from one of the flying cloud guys. You can't use Sakugarn.
Yeah, that would be a major time loss, right? Not using.
Oh, that would be. I mean, there is a time loss, but if you combine skipping the E-tanks, the menuing to use the E-tank and switch it to Sakugarn and everything, then it's a little faster to go complete the E-tank quest. I think.
So much more risky.
It's much more risky, and there's a very small time save.
Yeah.
So I mean, hypothetically, it's a very small time save. But I mean, I tried some. You can use Rush Jet in phase 2 as well of the Wily fight to make it pretty fast. If you keep the Rush Jet on, but it's stupid. We don't have to go for stuff like that. One day maybe.
Yeah, maybe in 2030 or something.
Yeah. So he has 3 extra E-tanks, so it's all good here. Please don't soft law, please don't hit him. Okay. Okay, he knew what.
Yeah, he was smart enough to back off.
Yeah, you need to back off if Wily gets too far to the right. Wow.
So that was a 24:43, I think, or 24:42.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm a bit delayed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's
So GG's
finishing
to
Wily
Billy
right.
May.
GG's indeed.
So meanwhile, BB is making his way to Hardman. He has metal bait equipped, so
Interesting.
okay.
So, yeah, it's no.
Oh, and he has 4 energy tanks. So I think he's banking on that safety. And he obviously didn't go for the magnet stretch, which is a really good thing for him.
Yes, because he had enough magnets ammo to kill off Hardman. So. Meanwhile, Monkey is having some sort of ballet dance in the empty Wily room. He's been going for like 5 minutes of that now. So.
Yeah. I think he's just stuck in soft lock hell.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's more cozy than Endy jail.
Yeah, at least here's some space to move around.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I would like to stick around, but one of my actually having ruckus upstairs with my wife. I need to go and help her out. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it was really nice talking to you again, Endy, and I'll finish this up.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you for the commentary as always, and it was a lot of fun. We need to get back to this game.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, RGR, and congrats to KLM for winning the race with a respectable 20.06. And I will see you guys another time. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Endy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have our final contestant in the race, BB. I don't know if he's visible on the restream. I only see them multi-Twitch. I don't think he knows the screen wraps though, because. Oh wait. Okay, I could hear myself there for a moment, and I really don't want to. Okay, BB, show me. Oh, he's going for an extra life, which is not a bad idea because he was at 0 lives. But it seems that he does not know the screen wrap, so I'd say his familiarity with this game is fairly low. That's okay. I think he's still doing a good job for his limited experience. Doesn't need that energy tank. So my guess is that he knows at least the basic layout. Oh, and another life. We all start to think that this is Mega Man 5. And he's going for some extra refills. What are you gonna refill? Goes for some Metal Blade. Which is, like, it's not as good. Or maybe it is as good because you can fire it while running. Oh my god, this is definitely Mega Man 5 now! Oh my god, like from 0 lives to 4 in like, what's even happening anymore? I can't even. Okay. Well, that at least puts him in a cozy position to just relax and enjoy the game. Topman is one of those easy bosses that's easy in every game he's in. And like sometimes I wonder, like, how can you even call something like this a boss? Oh, he misses and he thinks, but he's oh that's bad. He's run out of hard knuckle, but he kills him anyway. Another cool thing we didn't get to touch on earlier is that Mega Man, unlike in any other Mega Man game, has super armor. So when he's climbing up ladders or sliding, he doesn't actually get knocked down like in any other Mega Man. So you can just, like, when climbing the ladder, you'll see the hurt animation, but it'll just go left and right, like as his sprite is moving up the stairs. It's really weird looking. And at the end of the slide, if you were kind of early in getting hit, you can actually negate the hit back completely. So you can basically not get knocked back at all. But in most cases, if it's not done perfectly or very early into the slide, and another life. What's this? What? You can basically, but most of the cases, like you can see on Iron Man with the spikes on the goblins, if you slide into those, you'll most of the time end up taking a little knockback. But it's still, like, the knockback timer still goes down while you're in the slide. And I think that's pretty neat. And B taking the long zigzag way around just for that extra health isn't a bad idea, because there's a lot of things that hurt in this stage. Metal Blade is an excellent option here. I think most of the strats involve using Rush Jet to get through. At least he's getting some nice health drops back from these bad boys. I think he can still PB. Like, I think this is the last stage. Yeah, this is the last stage, and after that is yeah, the final stage, of course. Alright, first Quint and then the final stage. Just grabbing up that extra E-tank. Like, that's... He has so much safeties now. Oh, he wants even more lives. Oh, that's okay. I don't think 6 is enough, though. Maybe you need some more. Like, I think the life drops are pretty rare in Mega Man, the Game Boy, and I once had, like, 9 lives in one of the Wily stages, and I was like, wow. Like, what's going on? And I used to think the life drops in general were pretty rare, but then I played Mega Man 5 and I was like, how do you get 35 1-ups in a single playthrough? That's... like, who programmed this? But I'm glad that the Mega Man community in general enjoys the high drop rate of lives in Mega Man 5. Oh, and I got sidetracked. So, Needleman is probably one of the... like, Clashman is the hardest boss to fight, to optimize. But Needleman is the most dangerous in the terms that his body damage is like 6 or 7. And you have to hit him with your body while not getting hit by his body. Which, please use an energy tank. Okay, good. Very good. And that's just, it's gonna be a mess. Like, you can actually beat him while getting hit once, but the hitbox for topspin is really weird in this game. Like, it's not as free as in Mega Man 3 on the NES. Alright, and we get the practically useless needle cannon. And so now he goes to fight the Mega Man from the future, which doesn't have an arm cannon for some reason, but does have this pogo drill. Now the ideal strats are a couple of clash bombs and then metal blades, but this is pretty good too. And the cool thing is, like, his hitbox appears before his pogo stick does. So you can, I think KLM showed this off earlier. But yeah, his hitbox is already there, so you can finish him off really fast. You can actually get 3 metal blades in per jump, but it's pretty tight. So BB strat here was pretty good. You get to watch this lovely cutscene of a really small Wily capsule. This might actually be my favorite Wily base. I love that you can see the world and the stars and this big skull with fangs and stuff. And Rush Space Marine. And these, I also really like the final stage because it has the Dali clocks in the background. Like, I think that's a nice touch. You know, with the theme of the game being that they're widely used the time skimmer to get Mega Man from the future, so warp time, time travel, these. Oh, that was unfortunate. But yeah, this game was actually outsourced by Capcom, so that's why it's so different from the other Mega Man games. I personally think it's the best Mega Man for the Game Boy, but I'm severely biased because this was my first Mega Man game that I owned. But I love this game. And I think actually that it has its own, like, yeah, like it has its own little special quirks that make it different from any other Mega Man game, and that's why I like about it. Whereas the it's also fairly lag-free. Like the newer Mega Mans, like 3 to 5, even though there are really good strats to avoid lag, it's just that, like, if you're playing casually and you're charging the Buster, you're basically screwed, and that's just not fun. So here you'll be able to see BB take the long way around. It's the intended way. Okay. That's why I'm really appreciated for the zips or the screen wraps. Like, they just cut off the zigzagging. Oh, was KLM actually playing on Super Game Boy? I had no idea. I figured everybody was playing on emulator, but yeah, and we have the softest Joku blocks in any Mega Man game. Like, you can just jump through these, they're really small, very forgiving. Like, the only ones that are kind of weird are in Magnet Man stage because they don't sync up that well, so they can actually go off sync and then you won't be able to make them. And here we see the final use of Rush Marine. Ooh, and a small munition drop, nice. Yeah, that's happened to me too. Like, if you don't, you can just walk off the ladder or you hit your head on the ceiling. It's just awful. Like, that is. This is, like, I'm not laughing at him at all. Like, this is so relatable. Like, this takes me back. Like, I hope he gets it. Okay, maybe. Nice. Nice. So actually on this screen you can, if you slide perfectly, you can slide through this crusher and the second one. But it's crazy dangerous. Like, it's the slide. Oh yeah, that that ends up happening too. So I guess he won't PB this time, but that's okay. Still think it's pretty hardcore to just keep going at this game when it's hitting you so hard. What else can I tell you about this stage? This is probably the most, like, this game balances out pretty well. So the last two stages are aside from Metal Man. Metal Man is one of the most dangerous stages to start with. So it's a good reset point, but then it saves the hardest part for the absolute last two stages. Both Needleman and this stage just have a lot of stuff that can go horribly wrong. Zips that can go bad. Yeah. So I really understand the decision for players to take multiple energy tanks. It took me a really long time. I think in a race setting I always use 2 energy tanks, but like I totally understand the less experience you have in a game, the more understandable it is to get even more energy tanks. Even though 2 should be more than sufficient for Wily alone. This is also kind of cool. This is one of the first Mega Man bosses that had 3 phases. Even though Wily doesn't have 3 full life bars, I think this was the very first boss that had 3 phases. Not 100% on it, but I think it was. And BB reaches the final boss. Will he be able to stop Dr. Wily? Ostrich Wily. Like this bastard, like in the when I was racing Endy in the finals, like I died twice in the exact same way. Like he jumped over at the start and I was walking, and like sometimes you can go under him and sometimes you can't. And both times he just jumped straight into my head, and I just Wily, why? But this game has a lot of sub-pixel shenanigans. Like they're not Mega Man 1 NES shenanigans, but they're there. Like with the health too. They're just weird little quirks that you can't really take into account. You don't know if they're gonna happen. And there's no visual indication for it happening. I bet he's really happy now that he got those extra energy tanks. He only needs to hit him twice, I think. A little higher, come on. You got this. Come on, you can do this. No, don't take your energy tank just yet. Oh. It's gonna be rough. Like, I always say this is the easiest Mega Man game. But maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe my experience with Mega Man just kind of clouded my judgment. I'd say Mega Man X4 and this game are the easiest Mega Man games. Okay, he's gonna Sakugarn him. That means he's gonna have to do the final form relatively. Oh my god, this is, and that's a soft lock. Oh my god, I think that's a soft lock. Oh, it is. I'm sorry, BB. That's awful. You struggled so hard and you got so far. In the end, you got cucked by Wily. I'm really sorry, man. Well, I guess this concludes our race. Again, GG to all the players. I think even though like Tired Monkey and BB couldn't finish off the final boss, I think you guys did great. Like it was a lot of fun seeing you guys play this game, and like I hope you'll play this game again in the future, or race this game in the future. Maybe not in the RGR set, but like you guys made some amazing progress. Especially like I think Gil M and Victress got like sub-20s in a week's time, which is pretty amazing. Some of the players in the tournament didn't even get sub-20 in the months that we played. So I think you all did great, and yeah, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to do the commentary, and thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you guys have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Elpis.
I guess I'll see you later.
I really appreciate it, and Andy as well. I know he stepped out earlier, and you know, it's unfortunate that Vic's stream had a couple issues and we saw a couple runners fall victim of the soft lock, but no, thanks for helping out. You know, GG's to everyone, and just await KLM's choices, and we're going to see